Right, let's get it. Mic was muted, but as you can tell, we're back working on my 4 Million Tourist game. Now, did I set up an airship to get rid of this coal? No. All bags. I've got to restart quick. I needed to. I need to turn on the mod to enable me to buy stuff from traders, because that's the way I'm getting my stuff for my airships. Satia, welcome, mate. First in, good to see you. Got a good couple of hours, 2, maybe 3 hours spare to work on this save, so I've just got to restart the game, as I said, because I forgot to turn on all slottables available at traders. Then we'll get going. Like 1,000 degrees in England today. It's like 39 degrees Celsius or something. I went work, melted inside a conservatory for 4 hours, and then we had nothing. Fucked off. Too hot. Way too hot to be working. I've been thinking about this save. I need to move the fur coat production and the sheep production off Crown Falls, because it's not making the most. It's not the most efficient way of doing things. I could use 4 town hall slots for the. I can use 4 town hall slots for the fur coat production, and I could use the agricultural boost for the sheep farm. So yeah, need to do. Let's get the calculator back up. $4 million tourists. This is houses. This is not what we want. We want residences. Residents. 4 million. Okay. Fur coats. We're not going to clip them, but we are going to use 4 town hall slots when we move them off Crown Falls, but we'll deal with that in a bit. The wool. We need to get off Crown Falls as well. I may put the wool. We'll see how much workforce we've generated on the Cape. And we've got way more. I think we're making enough shampoo now. We're making 1,172 tons of shampoo. We need 1,280, so we're nearly there on the shampoo. So how much work for? Well, let's see what we can get these to. Let's see what we can get these to with another boost, because we're only using 3 at the minute. We're using Lady Jane Smythe. What are they running at the minute? Everything's nearly full, so it's not going to let us see. But yeah, we can get another one here. Items preferred dealer. So we're using Lady Jane Smythe. We're using Ferras. And we're using this dude. So we could put the optimized automatic loom, which gives us an extra 50%, but it reduces the workforce. So that equals to the amount that we could get if we just did a flat trade union boost. %60 buildings within a trade union, and it's 50% from electricity. So yeah, that's good. So we need the loom. We'll move the sheep to, this is generating us workforce. This island is not as of yet, so this could be Bear Island. This one is generating us workforce, but do we need it? Suppose we really need to. Let's deal with this over here first. Let's finish planning this island out and then we'll think about what's going on. So Gang 2. This is Island 3. So trade route menu. Old world. Island 3. To load coal. Dump it. There. Discard cargo. Accept. Herbie, welcome in. You're missing the oil. Why? Because we don't have the items in here yet. Although I did think we brought them over. Sapper. Beckoning. Don't have a beckoning yet. Do we have any over here? Yes. I've got a fan blasting on me here because I say it's 1,000,000 degrees in here. You're not picking the fan up, are you, by any chance? You'll have to let me know if you are and I'll angle it away. No, it's good. It makes me happy because it's fucking hot. Thanks, dudes. Right, we should have a stock of all the goods that these need over here as well. We should have the rum, cinnamon, grapes we need to set up with a airship. So do we do the sugar. The other things they needed were plantains, potatoes, coats we haven't set up yet. Cinnamon, plantains, spices, goat's milk, potatoes, special rum, coal. That is all we need. We do need to set a ship, an airship, to pick up the grapes and the sugar. Trade route, Cape Trelawney. Grapes, sugar. Old world. Great. When do you think it makes sense for airships versus cargo ships or Great Easterns? I mean, Great Easterns are always the better option, but they need more influence, which in turn means I need more investor houses. So for the way I'm playing this game, I want the least amount of investors as possible. This influence is going to be near enough zero when we're done. We're going to filter the investor houses down so that it's virtually nothing. Sending a Great Eastern all the way to Crown Falls to pick up grapes and sugar when they're only going to need about, it's 1 ton a minute of each because they're both being used for the Iron Tower, so they're going to need such a small amount. It's a bit crazy. I mean, I may set up a trade route to deal with all of it in one go later on down the line. So, but Great Easterns, if you can, if you're playing a game like me when you're dealing with a lot of goods, Great Easterns boosted is always the best way to go. Never really use the airships. Yeah, they're also good if you've got a lot of traffic on one island because you can load airships alongside normal ships at the same time, which is very, very handy. You can have a ship docking and an airship above it and they can parallel load. Serial, however, whatever you want to call it. No electricity. What? That's run out of oil. We needed that other item, didn't we, that we were bringing in, which should be here. Oh, look. I'd already sent a ship over with it on. So we can load up. Him beckoning and a sapper. Send it to another island. This one. So this is the best item possible for any mine. Yogvan Malchin, 70% productivity. It gives you gold at a rate of 1/6 and oil back at a rate of 1/1. So every time you produce whatever oil you're producing, you're going to get oil for free at a rate of 1/1. You then want the sapper. It gives a massive 50% productivity, minus 75% workforce. Then if you use beckoning as well, another minus 25% workforce means they're at 0 workforce, plus you're getting an extra 25 boost. This then means we can boost these with no impact to happiness, and also there shouldn't be any riots or anything. So now this one mine can make 16 tons of oil a minute, which is enough to power one power plant and then some spare. So very cool. Well, I'm hoping these down here can latch on. Hoping these down here can latch onto these, but that being said, could utilise this space down here. And we can fit a trade union in here. Trade union is needed because there's an item that we can use to give us jam back from these. Right, this is gonna need connection. No, it's good. Should be good. What we'll do, sacrifice that, do that. Do that. And that. It needs to be there to be in the range of the town hall. Thought about moving it down a bit. these are all in range. Goal of this run, max tourists, you got it. Most amount of tourists possible, nothing else matters. I'm not bothered about any population anywhere else, I just want to see how many tourists is possible. By utilising all the other regions, give me as many tourists as possible. Such a damn shame. I wonder if we can... Let me do this. Yes. 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 That means we can then actually this is touching that one already, so that doesn't need that. Means we can do that. That. Just can't get another one in there, can I? Can't rotate that. Yes, we can. We did it. This is going to need a bus stop. This is an awkward little corner. Not much we can do with it, to be fair. Are we importing coffee here? No. The coffee is being shipped directly to each island from the coffee island. It is. Trade route, New World, Hourglass, coffee. We need to fill the warehouses up with coffee, really. Move that mine to elsewhere may help. You can't move mines. You can change what they are, but you can't move them. Good if you could. You can move clay pits and oil deposits, not mines. Speaking of moving oil deposits, that is a good spot for one. Will you use the same seed when your max pack runs? If so, what is? I normally use 975 corners, which this is, I think. No, this is the record seed. This is the modified 975 corners that the Germans modified it to make it slightly better than 975. But if you check the pin messages on the community, if you check the pin messages on the Discord in the general tab, or is it Anno discussion? Yeah, Wicked pinned the seeds that we use as record builders. There's 13206 29524. This was the new one that came out after 975 corners. There's another one as well, which is 394224798. Again on corners. This one is supposed to be slightly better than the 13206, but it's got an island with a janky river in it, and we didn't think it was as good. So yeah, check the pinned messages in the Anno discussion group. The saves are listed there. There is actually save files there for you to download, and they've been pre-set up with a load of scholars ready to start a max pop run if you want to do. The German record seed there as well, which is the one I'm using, so it's a modified 975. We need that one. Maybe we put another one of them in as well. Just thinking about moving all of these over this side. Should free us up space to get a couple more hotels in. Do we have docklands set up on this island? Yes, we do. So what we'll do to get us going is we'll use the cabs to trade for coffee, because we're making enough to support a good amount of islands, but it's filling the warehouses up that is going to be the ball ache. Right, how many trade unions do we have on this island? We have 22. How many? How many of the need elevators? Sure, we've got elevators. Got 19. That's awesome.
I had a dream about you and me. Don't worry, you said no more.
Right, how's Industry Island doing?
Only clarity.
Good. Gold is on full.
No more truth is left unsaid.
This wasn't the best island for me to choose to do this industry on, to be fair, because it doesn't have a lot of coastline, which means the Storage is not brilliant. We can only store 4,150 joules and obviously gold a minute. Now I need to be producing 2,500 joules a minute. So, but I think the traffic's going to be that good that if it fills up, it's only going to pause for a fraction, and then we'll have to test it. I may have to split it to other islands if it causes us issues, which I don't want to do. Right, so we might as well. Can I get one here somewhere? I'll delete that. Do that. We can get one in there. This dude gives us jam back from our restaurants, all restaurants. So the bar, the cafe, and the whatever the other one is. Bar, cafe, and restaurant. Get one jam back from each of them, so we get 3 a minute. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is when we need 2,000 some stupid tons of jam a minute. We might need to get another cluster of bars and restaurants down here. We're going to have to let it run and see how they do. So let's turn the bars, restaurants, cafes on. Let's give them some workforce. Set up the trade routes then for the other goods. Right, do we... Cold grapes coffee? What? Telling me I haven't set the trade routes up. Yes, I have. I'll set limits. Citrus. What's occurring? this is 3. 4, 1, 4, M1, 4, 2, 4, 3. It's full. Viscous. Two, 4 to 2. So this should be dropping everything off. Seems much harder than investor subscriptions. Not really. There's a lot more goods to distribute because you need 3 goods for each one of these. So we need to deliver fish, potatoes, citrus, hibiscus petals, rum and spices. These are the recipes that I chose. Goat's milk, plantains and cinnamon. Cinnamon is doing good. Let's have a look at stock over time. Cinnamon. It's just flat at 3,200. But now it's going down because we're using it. Next time the ship comes around, it should dump it off. I may need to add another ship to each of these routes to compensate, but we'll see. Cinnamon's going down. Citrus. Where is the citrus coming from? It comes from the Jam Island. Jam Island are created. This one. This is missing Gods of Delta. This should be delivering jam to 2 islands. 2 and M5. We are 3. So we do need to create another jam island. We also need to go to industry, pick up jewels, jewellery. Yeah, the tourist needs a finicky, but right, we'll try 1 ship for the jewels. Let's check this large island and see what we've got for fur coats. Fur coats is 4 ships. That seems like a lot. Let's see what they're dropping off. 467, 357, 400. Yeah, it's needed. So we're going to have to do something similar. Routes, create route, trade routes, Camp Trelawney. Fur coats. One, 2, 3, 4. Old World. 2. Old World 2 has already got fur coat. No, this is Old World 3. Okay, so we need to create a new group for that, which is cool. Group. We name group Old World. Of 3. Move the fur coats to it too. This one was dumping the coal from there, so that needs to go to it. This needs to go to M5. This needs to go to Old World 3. Yeah, we need to create another jam island. But they also need bread. How much bread was this island needing? obviously it's going to be similar. Just using 2 ships. One's doing a full load, the other's doing 100 or so. So yes, same. We're going to need 2 ships for the bread. So create route, trade routes. 1, 2. Trelawney. Red. Old World 3. Send to the group. Old World 3. I need to rename that group without space, so it sits for the space in this one. So it sits together in the list. 1, 2, 3. So shampoo. Shampoo. This is 2 ships again. One, 2. Old World 3. So shampoo, bread we dealt with, jam they're just using what was other in jam. Yeah, bread, shampoo we've just sorted. Jewels and fur coats we've done. We're not letting them have that, and that. This is just about done. So this should now... This is nearly ready. Skyline Tower, we're on the final phase. It's just going to have to collect the doodads again. This is still going. When you're doing Orchard Island, how many ships do you usually fit around a trade union? Depends, really. It really does depend. Depends what items you're using. Depends on a lot of things, actually. Need to get a bus stop in here. Right, World's Fair's nearly done, Skyline's Town nearly done. I can show you the Orchard Islands. And this one's got 6. I clip them where possible. As you can see, the intersections are being clipped because obviously we get more production out of them if you clip them. Before density starts working against you, yeah. I mean, on these small islands, because I'm pushing them up against clips and stuff, it's between 5 and 7. With a full, if a trade union was in the middle of an island, you'd probably get a lot more. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 2 clipped. This one's got 5. Yeah, if you said between 5 and 7 as a rule, then you won't be going too far wrong. But we need to create another jam island. This is going to this one and this one are being supplied by this one. This one, this one, about this one. So let's use this one. Let's see if we can get a clipped cluster in there. Doubt it. And we can fit another one up there. Can we move all that over? Yes, we can. Move it over 2 and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Let's try it there. Citrus, cherry needs a real, you know it. Not only citrus and cherry, but resin. Resin needs a very real. Can we move this over even more? Good if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. No, because we're not going to get a clip one in there now, are we? Go back. Not going to get it in there anyway, so I'm going to have to creep them back a little bit more. That's 5 clipped. It's pretty good. We are going to need a museum on here. We're going to need a museum on here for the Bronze Age exhibition. So that can go there. We need a Gods of Delta as well, so that. And we might as well latch it onto this. Might as well latch it onto that, he says. 5 clipped, so we're going to need 5 sets of items. Should have all these researched already. Over them. Bring 3 of the cultural items for the Bronze Age as well. 1, 2, 3. Let's pick up citrus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other cultural items that we need for the Bronze Age, which is that, and Tackle's necklace. Tackle. Then we need the other 2 items that reduce the forest density or increase the forest density. Which are these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need ship items actually. Because we're going to have the palace with the department for 4 town hall slots, which enables us to put 4 items in there. So we're getting the citrus for free and the 3 items that reduce forest density and increase productivity. So the last one is this green one down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll queue up a few more of them as well. We've got a fair bit going on in the research at the minute, but orchard jam. So, Palace. Where's going to be the best place for the Palace on it? Charming Bow, Boyski, welcome. Thanks for the biddies. I didn't get the. I'm not getting the alert box. I reckon the alert box needs to be on top. That's it. Charming Bow for the bits. What a man. Can you just give me them all in one go? Only joking, dude. More bits. Doing to me. Spam. I'm surprised surprised the fucking Streamlabs didn't bloody time you out for spamming. Right, let's sort this depot out. Oh my god. Don't spend all your money. You can need it for Orange Jameson's it is, or whatever you're drinking lately. Right, we definitely want loading wharfs. These increase the loading speed, obviously. You on tonight, Chow? Are you available or are you working? Basketball? Polish people don't play basketball. Polish people play. No? The Polish people play basketball. Export office. Squeeze a few of these in. We're not going to need all that many actually. We're only going to need 2. We are only going to need 2. I bet you're really good at basketball actually, ain't you, Chow? I bet you're good at everything you do. Set play PUBG. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This coastline's a bit shit, isn't it? Let's get them ships over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be Jam 3. Jam 3, such an original name. Gotta go. See you later. Thanks for dropping in. What are you saying? Missing fish. Okay. Okay, we can't do that. This Hub Masters is doing nothing at the minute. Can we boost these? Doubt it, because we've we can, however, do this. Now we are getting enough fish. Right, it's going to take a while for these arms to come over here. We are going to need the Gods of Delta as well, which we forgot about. When I say we, I mean me. We need to get some more ships on the build as well. We're running low. Always running low. Yep. What the heck is going on here? What are you doing? Picking up timber from M4 and dropping it to 11. Don't need you, as a fact. These are all the arbitrage ships waiting for Tobias. Traffic jam, yeah, literally. This is the island that I'm running arbitrage with, this island, so there's a lot of goods coming back and forwards from here. There's dynamite, penny farthings, pocket watches, fur coats, champagne, tortillas, loads of traffic. Let's check. Yeah, you haven't got a road. Might help. This is telling me you haven't got a warehouse. You have now. You need a bus stop. We've got no fish. That's because I haven't set any fish production up over here yet. But we can do. We're going to need a warehouse. Oh my god, we need 20 and that's only 10. Can we get a trade union down here? No, but we could. Not get one there. Could. We did this. There's a warehouse there. We just need a road connection, so if we sacrifice that. Do we have any items on here for fishery? No? We can get some. There's actually a warehouse there, look. Right, that's 10 tons. We boost the shizzle out of it. We're making 15, so we only need 8 semi-decent item. Ferrous or something. Should have a few in stock. No ferrous is in stock. What the actual? Well, we're gonna have to research a couple of ferruses and put them to the front of the queue. Because you always need a ferrous. I wish it automatically put the items at the front of the queue. Or there was a way that you could toggle that. So yeah, we'll boost the fishes. We really need to get this jam up and running. And we need the gods of Delta, but we'll let's get in the Bronze Age. If you didn't know, this gives goods that your orchards are producing back at a rate of 1/10. It's not a lot, but when you're producing 80 tons a minute, it's another 8 tons, so. We need the gods of Delta. Should have some of these. Jam 3. Let's see how this island's doing. Restaurants. I need citrus. This is going to come from this island in the end when this is up and running, and that will increase the hotspots. Everything else is looking good. The World's Fair is done. It's not. We're on the last phase. The Island Tower is done. This needs the Trifle Tower, which is using bread, which we're already getting. Rum, which is being delivered. Sugar and grapes, which I believe we set up. Yep. So as soon as the Skyline Tower is done, that should be all of our hotspots and everything taken care of. Need to redesign this a bit better. Auto top of queue, yeah. Definitely need that. Right, what else do I need on these orchard items? Nothing. It's literally just enough warehouses to deal with it. And the items, so should be able to start planning this out now. Shit, we need a commute up here. Fuck. $3,200 storage should be more than enough. Just a load of wharfs. Need to cram a couple more in. I'm not going to be trading anything from this island. It just hasn't got enough space for it, so. An exports office is doing no harm, really. Gods of Dara, if you didn't know, increases the number of influence that your trade unions and town halls need by half. So best place for the palace is probably here. Maybe down here. Wow, there's a gammy tile there. Three dead tiles there that you can't use. So, Department of Labour, 4 TU slots. So just those 5 clipped are making us 35 tons a minute and 17 tons of citrus, so not bad, eh? Right, we definitely should. I may even put 2 warehouses here. Another warehouse here. Just got to take a call, 2 secs. My boss checking up on me. As bosses do. Right, what we're getting from this little island, 118, that is not bad. Can we squeeze any more in without too much? So I doubt it. This is pretty good. 196.81. So, trade routes, jam 3, jam, citrus, so it's only making us 124, which is not brilliant compared to some of these, because this is making 143, this one. 16, so yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. How much do we need on this island in total? We need 90, but we're producing almost 16. We will be producing 16 when we get the citrus for this shopping arcade to work. Right, and the coffee. Coffee is full. Trade route. Coffee should have delivered as well. Yeah. Which means we should be able to turn the investors on. Now with the World's Fair done, these have got no connection at all. There's no road can get down there. Skyline Tower's now done. No road can get to him. Yeah, we pop a Ferris in there. These will give us enough. Is Ferris done? Should be. Yes. Transferred Old World 3. I haven't even boosted them orchards either. I boosted on this island. No, don't need to, which is good because it's not causing riots. Because I only need one of these islands to support a large and a medium, so should easily do that. Or we can boost it if we need to. Needed 90 somewhere. Yeah, we can boost it if we need to. Right, these should have everything I need now to get to full. Iron Tower. Getting the Skyline Tower. The reason they're not getting this is because the hotspots are not fulfilled. So as soon as the World's Fair gets a bus stop, because apparently it hasn't got one, should sort it out. Yep. Now all we need is the items for the town halls. Did I fill this with town halls? Yeah. So, hotel. So we've got 19 in this dude and 13 in this dude. This is just what came in as visitors, so really not needing to research many at all. Right, how many are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest will send her, because I knew we were drastically short on her. Old world 3. And then if we can get a drink, guys, I'll be back 2 minutes. Once you've clicked on a town hall, if you press tab, it automatically cycles to the next one. In case you're wondering. Oh, stream elements. My boss a follower. Herbie, yeah, sorry mate. Something's wrong with my chat. I've only just saw this. Got a stream. Yeah, see you later, Herbie. Thanks for dropping in as always. Catch you later in the week. Right, how many of them are we missing? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 8. Ten. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've only got 7. We have 23. So we need 16 of her. 16. Six. Six and 8 is 14. Pop's going up now because of the items we're adding, obviously. Louis, welcome. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, what was the question you just put in Discord? Satisfactory discussion. I need to maximise Embessa, but I'm feeling a pain about layouts. What do you guys do? One big farm island, one production island? Do you split everything in all islands? By maximising Embessa, do you mean get the most population out of Embessa? Or are you using it for a specific purpose? Are you doing a max pop run, or are you just adding it into your current save? Because if you want to do it for a max pop run, I can load my other save and show you how I did Embessa, if you would like. Take a break from this one for 5 minutes and have a look at that. Such a shame. Oh, I can. Investors we got on this island. because they're being linked by a commuter pair. We can actually use these. You just want to have everything optimized. Okay, we can have a quick look on my save, and I can show you which items I use. I mean, if you want to optimize them better, the best thing is to do is to trade for everything that you can. But we'll save this, and we'll load the record run. I'm not using Embesser in this save, unfortunately. Got no need for it because I'm doing a tourist run. There's no way I can use it to increase the number of tourists in any way. But all I'm using it for in my record run is cotton. This is going to take a hot minute to load because of the size of it. No problem. So if you want to optimize it, obviously you want to trade for everything that you can. So we trade for everything possible. So, Embesser. This is full population. Maximized. As I said, the only thing I'm using it for is cotton. So there are 2 or 3 islands here with clipped ones are woodcutters. Making me cotton. Obviously from the items that you can use to make cotton. Which is Rodriguez, and then the other 2 items for the forest density. That is the only purpose if you're doing a max pop run. It's the only thing really that you can use it for. Yeah, so we're anything that can be traded for is being traded for, and I'm using this little hub over here. This is Arctic. This is not the Arctic one. This one. This is my little Embesson hub. So if we see what was being traded for over here, see, ignore the corn and the wood, that's going off to the new world to make me my ethanol. I'm trading for fish stew, I'm trading for the pipes, I'm trading for the linen that you need to make the finery, I'm trading for the Sanga cows, which are going towards the fish stew. The Sanga cows are being used for not fish stew, they're being used for something else. I believe I'm also trading for the glass on another one up here. This is my Embesser 2 island. You're not using Docklands, okay, well that's going to be a bit different. That's going to be a bit different. So what is the goal of your game, Louis, so I can just get a feel of how you're playing it, because I may need to load my Scholar run because that shows optimization for other things. This is Cherry M2. This is trading me for stuff for Embesser as well. It's trading me for the remainder of Sanga cows, the clay. Produce everything without Docklands and expand the population. Okay. It's going to be a bit more difficult for me to show because, as I say, everything that can be traded for, I can. Let's load my Scholar run. is this one. This is going to be able to show you a lot more because I was not using Docklands in this. Are you using a lot of scholars in your game? Because if you are, that's going to be the main purpose of Embessa, because you get more population for scholars than you do Embessa. Not yet. Still building up Embessa. Okay, well, you need, obviously it's going to make a difference when you're planning Embessa, because you're going to need to supply the scholars with what they need, which dictates how your Embessa is going to turn out. If you plan on having a lot of scholars in your save to help you with research, which is a good idea no matter what your play style, then this will give you a good idea of how to set Embessa up for scholars. Any space after that is pretty straightforward. Just have dedicated farming islands, yeah, as you say. I generally have dedicated islands for each good. So, for instance, this is an island making me fish stew. Teff mills. The actual fish stew production. These are just at 0 workforce, so I'm using a printing press, a bell and a ferras to get them at 0 workforce, which means we have no population on the island apart from this tiny little bit here. The teff, these, I'm using grinding machine, burstone and beckoning. This is minus 50, minus 25, minus 25 again, so 0 workforce, plus we're getting a 40% boost, 35% boost, 25% boost. If you want to make the most out of your islands, yeah, you want your production to be at 0 workforce. That way you can boost them. You can boost all the different production without any fear of riots or anything, because there's no population on the island. You get an extra 50% boost. You don't have to supply the people on the island with any goods. All of the farms are at 0 workforce, using ferras, steel drill and a miraculous plough. This is the best setup for Embessa, obviously with tractors. Yeah, so this island's making me 120 tons of fish stew. It needs 120 tons of teff. I'm making 94. I'm shipping in the rest from another small island. It's making me exactly the right amount of spices, exactly the right amount of teff. Again, it needed 120 tons of lobsters. I could only physically make 80 tons of lobsters on this island. These are all being double boosted by trade unions and Harbour Master's office. These two items make them 0 workforce, so minus 50, minus 50. I'm then using Moby for an extra 50% boost. Put all the chain on the same island if I can. Sometimes I don't. This is making me linen for my scholars. Obviously linen is really easy. It just needs teff and these linen mills. So yeah, if you can have it on the same island, it makes sense because you haven't got to transport it everywhere. It just makes perfect sense. Plus, you're not going to be able to fill a whole island in Embessa with farm fields, even with all of the canals boosted to the max with the 3 items. You're just not going to have enough canals to fill the whole island with farms, so it makes sense to have the production that is going to need those goods on the island. That way you haven't got to ship it around. I have got another stew island somewhere. Like you can see, this island is dedicated to me making me just spice. You can see these teff mills and the spice. I'm making a little bit of fish stew here, more spice. This is then coming back to stew 2. You see, this island has got very little spice production. The spice and the teff was coming from that island that we just covered. This island is making me a lot more. This is making 272 tons of fish stew. This is spice 1. This is another linen island. I mean, because I'm doing this solely for scholars, all I'm pretty much making over here is fish stew and linen. Because scholars need linen for tailored suits, and they actually need the fish stew. That's pretty much all I'm using it for. But yeah, in regards to optimizing Embessa, if you can get it at 0 workforce, if you want to be using most of it to produce stuff for people in the old world, and obviously the less space you use up, the better with houses. So that is the best way to optimize Embessa. The best way to optimize any production chain really is to make it 0 workforce, because you haven't got to, one, you're not losing any of the space that the workforce takes up, and two, you're not losing any of the space that production to keep them happy is taking up. So it's a win-win. Anytime you can get a production chain to 0 workforce, especially in a region like Embessa where you can't generate workforce for free, is good. I've got little islands here. This is 74 tons of teff. This was making up the teff that we were missing on that first stew island. This is another tiny spice farm, making me the teff mill spiced flour. It's the same throughout. Small islands are just topping up production that was needed on the other islands. This is making me flax and a little bit of spice. This is linen 1 island. This is making 211 tons of linen. Linen 3. This is making me 216 tons. What is the pop you have in Embessa? Globally, I only have 680 elders, 4,712 shepherds. Because of that reason. If we went back to my other save that I had loaded a minute ago, I had 290,000 total. So yeah, you don't need much population to keep Embessa running. Don't need much at all. I mean, I've got 1,000 extra shepherds on this island. I was planning on building this up, but I abandoned this save when I realised it was on. What's the max pop record in elders? I think it's 320 something. AimTech did 320,000, I think. I was just shy of 300,000, which was pretty good. $300k, yeah, just shy. I think I was 290,000. Just elders, that is. You won't be able to get anywhere near that if you're not using docklands. Because the fish stew alone would take up a third of the islands. $300k is only possible with docklands, yeah. I wouldn't like to hazard a guess at what the pop would be without it. Drastically less. Maybe 100,000 at a push, I would imagine. Yeah, exactly. Maybe 100k. It may even be worth not giving them the fish stew. You'd have to do some serious space calculations, because the fish stew is what it's going to take up the most space, because it uses 2 different types of fields, plus the spice flour, plus the fish stew, actual whatever they're called, fish stew kitchens. So yeah, you'd have to do some big calculations to see if it would even be worth giving them the fish stew. Never went so much in scholars. That was a scholar run. That was a max pop run before Whole Life came out, and the best way to do it was with scholars, because you can fit a lot more scholars in a house than you can an investor. If it's not a skyscraper, you can see we can fit 120 in here. That's non-boosted. You can fit a lot more in if you boost them. I forget the exact number, but it's 180, I think. How many residences need some max speed research? I can't remember it exactly. I mean, the engineers is what is needed to max speed the research, the time taken between researches. You need 10,000 engineers. But if you're on about the limit for things like if you're going to research Great Easterns, 250, I think the maximum The maximum limit of research points that you get on a Great Eastern is 250. I've got a feeling it's something like 125,000 scholars if they have all the items in the town hall that boost their research points, is what you need so you can constantly keep researching. So in the 10 minutes, in the 5 minutes or whatever it takes to research the item, those 250,000 points would be recouped. I think it's 125k. Wiki would know. You can message him in a discussion, he'll be able to tell you. He's the early game man. Right, we've just finished this island then, haven't we? This should be totally good now, apart from him who's not got a bus stop. You're missing fish, potatoes and citrus. Don't be fucking wet. Got all of that. $125k, I think. 125,000. That's if you want to constantly research major discoveries like Great Easterns or stuff like that. If you don't want to wait for the research points to get back to the top. Pretty sure that's the number. It doesn't take a lot of stuff to supply 125k scholars. I mean, it does, but not compared to like 3 million. It's nothing. You could do it with a couple of islands in Mbessa. Right, so this island is now done. We are just inputting the last few items in the town halls, and then we can think about what we want to do next. We need to pair this with a medium island, so it would make smart sense to do that. Right, these are all empty. These can go back to Crown Falls. Scholar residencies you normally do in a medium island, right? Depends how many you want. I mean, I've got nearly 1 million scholars on this save, so it's quite a few islands. I've got 1, 2, 3 over here, and then 1 over here. So I've got 4 large islands to get that many. It's about 250k an island if you boost them. I mean, this island's got 180, but they're not all being boosted by town halls. They are. So yeah, I mean, this is not a big island. You could, if you did 1 large island, that would be enough for what you need. 1 island, 1 large island full. Oh, where's the palace? Where is the palace? Play spot the palace. Definitely, yeah, because they're being affected by it. Fucking palace, where is it? I'm blind. Here. Yes. That's it. Most of these should be at 660 now wherever we click, because they should all be in range of a town hall, unless we get to these weird extremities, and then they're not going to be like this one. Very few are outside. We've got 1, 2. Even this one's in. This is being filled by stuff that's not. You have to leave the game running to get a lot from the institute. Not really. Just do what I do when you're playing. Just have stuff researching constantly. Just plan ahead. Know what you need. Fill it up. Get on with what you're doing. For me, the plan is getting a lot of items, even using the mod. It's a pain in searching and buying. I can't buy items from traders in this save because I have no traders, so everything had to be researched. Right, globally, fur coats, how are we doing? We're low, so we need to work on that. What about wool? We're good for another cluster. Coats. This is why I want to move the fur coats off here, because it's just a lot to move the bakeries off here as well. Soap can stay. Using crown falls of production on, yes, always. So we definitely need to think about moving fur coats somewhere else, but for now we don't have that luxury, so we'll simply do another one. Yeah, you should really be using Crown Falls as an industry island, as and where you can, or an industry population mixed, certainly. Have I tried the game without Docklands? Yeah, I'm not using Docklands on this one. The only thing I'm using Docklands for on this save is for gold ore and iron ore. Everything else is being made the traditional way. Because I got bored of using Docklands all the time. Right, now we're good on fur coats. Shampoo is done. Bread was done, if I remember correctly. I think we were making exactly the amount of bread we needed for the whole save. 1,127. Calculator says 1,208, so we're nearly there on the bread. But it would make sense to move bread and fur coats to somewhere else. As I said, there's a Scholar Island here, which is generating me workforce, but there is another one. Yeah, this big one. It's generating me workforce as well. Yes. This medium one. This is generating me workforce as well. This one down here. It's generating me workforce, but how much workforce does it take? Right, what can we get these fur dealers to? Let's do some quick sums. We've got 100 plus 50 plus 40 plus 50 plus 60 for the Department of Labour plus 50 working conditions plus 100 electricity, and we can get another 50. So we can get these to 500%. So we can get these to 500% productivity. We could clip them where possible, but it's not going to be all of them. So 500%. And the workforce 180. Veros is giving it minus 10. The other item we were going to use was the loom. This one, which is minus 25, so it'd be minus 35%, so 65%. 65%. Oh, Dash, welcome, mate. Good to see you here. Haven't seen you about on the Discord for a while. So 64. Thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome in. 65%. Which means we need 33,410 artisans for that. Nothing else in the Cape needs artisans. These are workers. These are workers. With 31,000 artisans in the green at the minute. We're already using 17,000. God knows what that's for. I mean, some of it's going to be for the baker, isn't it? I would imagine. No, these are workers. There's a lot here. Pause them and them. Job pool just went down 4,000. Yeah, catching me live for the first time. I know I did move. Yeah, we did it finally. I'm in my new house, so I'm pretty much about 5,000 in the green for artisans. So we could sacrifice this little island, which is generating. Generating me only 4,000, so yeah, we could lose this. We could lose this. Bring the bakeries and the fur coat production over here. It's already got full electric coverage, which is what we want. If we need to research any more ship items, we're just going to have to deal with it. I think this is the plan. We create the wool on Crownfall still, because that doesn't take up hardly any room whatsoever. We shift the wool from Crownfalls to here, we make the fur coats from here, and then we ship the fur coats from here all the way around. Music in the background, I made it. No, this is from a Spotify playlist. It's a DMC one. I could play some of my stuff, but it would be very repetitive because I've only probably got about 15 finished songs. Most of my work was sound design. It's this Liquid Drum and Bass one. Liquid Drum and Bass DMC free for Twitch, so there's no copyright on it. There's loads on here. There's some real good DJs on here that I used to like anyway. There's Telomic and Galaxy. Telomic does some real cool stuff. Dayfall is one of my favourites. Yeah, there's hundreds of tracks on here. 5 hours worth. We need to pause that because I'm actually playing it on my other one. Yeah, good. Bit of liquid. Doesn't like a bit of liquid, eh? So yeah, this is what we're going to have to do. We'll have a check around, make sure everything's stable first before we do this. Fuck, we didn't factor in any. We didn't factor in any police stations over here. That is going to need some adapting. This is bang on. Probably would be wise to have another one. Even though it's not in the range of the trade union, it's still worth it. Six times more people are watching me. Yeah. This is a bit early. This is if I stream later on, I normally get about 12, 13, 14, 15 people from the Discord come and watch me. Yeah. There's only 4 now, so I would imagine people are getting off to get their tea. I'm going to end this soon anyway. I'm getting hungry myself, and then I may come back on later. If not, I will definitely be streaming tomorrow. Might call it now actually because we've achieved everything. We've finished this island totally. Everything's good. All of the needs are fulfilled that they need to get them to max pop. Check the storage of everything. Make sure nothing's declining drastically. Cigars are decreasing. What the fuck's using cigars? Oh, these. I need to stop these using everything they can have, Jules, because it's the only thing we want them to have is coffee. They can have Jules because it's going to be what? God knows how much they're going to need. Then if we need 118 tons per minute for this island, stop them having it. Goes to 116, so it's only an extra 2 tons an island. So on the grand scheme of things, let them have it. Stop them rioting. Did I play any open world crafting games recently? I don't think I've ever played an open world crafting game. Oh, do you mean Satisfactory? It's an open world crafting game, isn't it? But it's more of an automation game and resource management, which is obviously what I do. See, we have this island over here as well. Are we? These are artisans here, aren't they? Yes. So we don't have the luxury of factory simulator yet. We don't have the luxury of actually putting the fur coats over here. So we are definitely going to have to deal with the fur coats and the bakeries over here. Now, bakeries don't take up that much space, surprisingly. It's nothing. Fur coats take up a little bit more. Raft or forest kind of stuff. No, never played anything like that, mate. Never. Nope. But yeah, anyway. I've been streaming for a good couple of hours now, and I'm going to call it here. Thanks for everybody that tuned in and watched. Sorry that you only just made it, Adash. I do post links every time I'm going to go live in the Discord. I'll take it that's why you saw the update. You saw the link to the stream. But yeah, I will be on tomorrow. Probably a similar time. After lunchtime, around about 2 o'clock till about 5 o'clock again. Got nothing to do tomorrow when I get back from work. If I end up going to work because it's super, super hot here. It's like 38 degrees or something stupid today. So we went for a few hours and lost 10 pints of sweating and called it a day. Yeah. Tomorrow I may stream my other game. Let's load it quick while we just know which one it is now. Let's be this one. Have a quick look. See what we can plan on this. This is my max pop. No skyscraper run. No scholars. To rename this something better so I remember it. Yes, this is where we're at on this save very, very, very early on. We're building Crown Falls up. Got enough engineers so that the research institute is always going. Apparently we've got no electricity. We are making enough oil, unless it's blew up. This was the island that we created just to farm us some influence. The next thing to do was make a plan. Start planning out some islands, start working what we want to make where. And yeah, probably come back to this one tomorrow. But yeah. As I said, thanks everybody for watching. Catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Speak soon.